It's Mike, your fellow colleague and student in life and leadership. As we talked about before with emotional intelligence, we talked about the self part, and now we're going to talk about the others part. And so when we talk about empathy, which is the key to really being able to recognize and acknowledge other people's emotions and feelings, and then being able to use that information to then figuring out how to apply it in a practical basis. So, I can tell you as a leader or as a friend, I can pick up on things, cues when I can tell my friend is not doing well, or one of my colleagues who I'm managing or I'm helping to support is not doing well. It allows me to really check in and thinking about how can I build trust with this individual, how can I create a safe space for them. And so I can tell you the perfect example would be I had a colleague of mine who was struggling, and I could tell just because he seemed a little more distant, he wasn't as engaged as he normally was in meetings. And so what I did was I actually took some time aside and asked if he could meet. And so after work, obviously when there was a good time for us to get to check in, and when I was able to check in with him, I learned later that he was really going through a hard time in his marriage, and there are certain things at home that were interfering with his ability to perform work. So we had a really good conversation and really talked about what we could do to support him. Obviously, I can't fix his marriage. I can't fix things at home for him, but I can try to do my best as his as his direct report to support him in whatever way I could. And it worked out really well. And I think just for him to be able to share and not feel judged or not feel like he was going to get into big trouble or anything like that, it really, I think, helped him to carry through and got him re-engaged and moving forward. So again, a great example of what that could look like for others management and others recognizing what others are going through. And so again, feel free to use some of these tips. I hope that helps in terms of how important this emotional intelligence really is when it comes to life and leadership, and we can apply it in so many different ways, especially in our relationships. Hope you're doing well, and we'll move forward to looking into more interesting and exciting stuff for the future. All right, and figuring out, as you can tell throughout the life and leadership work, how important emotional intelligence really plays in everything we do, and remembering that if it's not your strength, believe me when I say I have had multiple fails and have definitely not done well with my EQ work sometimes, but being able to circle back and go backwards and really rethink about what happened and then try again, it's helped me to get better each and every time. So remembering this is a journey, you're going to stumble, we're all going to fail, but we're not failures. And remembering that we can continue to keep getting better in life and as leaders. Hope this helps.